Kata eventually accidentally bumps into Killjoy, too sad and much too drenched in tears to notice. It takes her a bit to wipe her tears to see, and then remember, that the cop was there. Oh hello there officer. I'm just doing my daily alley stroll, don't mind me. She pretends, as if nothing is wrong and she's as happy as ever, with even a face to match. But Killjoy says something, as she does. I don't know if you're trying to be funny or something, but, well, the tears that got on my coat seem too real for that. Oh, ha. Whatever do you mean? Nothing is wrong here. Nothing at all. She still keeps up the happy prankster persona despite already being seen. After all, it was best for her to let him just think she's alright. Did you happen to be the one who left the poison chips in the vending machine? The icebreaker move for most people in his profession. Huh? What? No, of course not. I'd never do something that evil like assassinating a student. Her shocked and disturbed expression says it all. That's for sure someone to check off the list. How about you come over here and, Yes, I know you're going to try to interrogate me now. Hoop-de-doo. Her depressed sarcastic tone matches with her slouching back to talk to Killjoy. She gets a nearby trash can and tries to use it as a chair. However, this did not work so well for her, so she just sits on the trash disposal instead. Killjoy remarks that there is a metaphor for someone who likes to sit in that stuff, but he kind of forgot. She, however, is more relieved that at least her therapy session would be comfy. So, you want any leads on who could have possibly done it? Sorry to say this, but, despite the efforts I went to sit here, I don't know. She breathes in and out, trying to ease her depressed state of mind to be able to speak clearly. I know most of the year ones, and practically every single person in year 2, and the only people I know who would have pulled that off, well, you already caught. Not that you're part of the gang or anything, right? No, not at all. I'm being honest. Too sad right now to really lie. Well, that concludes my duties as an investigative officer. Normally, someone would just leave you alone and go back to the car, but, well, you already told me you were depressed. Killjoy pulls his hat down, as to sliently say good grief. How long have you had this depression? You don't have to tell me any details you don't want to. Is it okay if I don't want to tell at all? Kata says very nervously. Look, I don't want you to run off and miss classes. Therefore, well, I have to get something here that'll help. For your sake. Alright, I'll tell you why I was so sad. Please don't judge me for this. No worries. I won't. Everyone has depression, and it's good that you're sharing your feelings. Huh? I never heard that attitude before. Well, here goes nothing. I feel like I don't get punished enough. Killjoy leans back towards the wall and crosses his arms, as if he was taking this really seriously. Does the school already punish students for misbehaving? Yes. Pretty well actually. But, for some reason, when it comes to me, it's always like a slap on the wrist, no matter what I do. I'll look into having them treat you like everyone else, if you really want it so badly. Wait, really? She never expected this outcome at all. She was expecting him to hear her sob story, think she was crazy, and run off, or never listening to her at all, but, yes, anything to get you back to class is easier. She suddenly stands up off the trash disposal, constantly posing in front of him. She seems overjoyed. Thank you so much, Mr. Future Cop. She gleefully runs back to where she came, to which Killjoy turns back. But, something seriously bothered him. Never has he not seen an outcome to anything he's done before, while the event was going on. Just what the hell is going on? It couldn't be that it never happened before, could it? He had to take his time coming in through the fire exit in order to comprehend what just happened, leaving something at the entrance to keep surveying the area. Speaking of the surveyed area. Oh hey there Haru. Kinniku comes and greets the pair of girls. And legendary always absent student. What was your name again? Mayonnaise. Mayo, of course, shouts excitedly. She means her name is Mayo. Hold on a minute, I'm not an instrument. Oh silly Mayo, no one said you were. This is the guy who did those cool air punches you saw yesterday. Yep, that's me. It's, well, a bit of a wild and strange story, how I managed to pull that trick off. Wait, so that wasn't an ability? Hera wonders. Well, not exactly. He puts his arms crossed. I guess I'm going to have to show you guys as a repayment. Oh yeah, and I forgot again too. Yeah, we know, the gang made you do it. Don't worry, I'm sure you won't hurt us after. Yesterday. You. Airlight show. Wait a minute there Mayo, did you just? Oh my god, you gave me the most awesome technique name without even knowing it. Thank you so much. No problem. It wasn't at all what she was trying to say, but, still worked to make him friends with her. Actually, believe it or not, I left the gang. Meaning, well, I won't have to attack anyone ever. You sure the gang is going to let you do that though? PFFTT. I may be a meathead, but I'm not stupid. They'll try to get me back for not doing, as I was told. Mister, what do gangs do? A fancy conga line that takes up the whole building. Kinniku is beginning to understand what's actually happening with Mayo, and knows exactly how to respond. Yeah. It's like a conga line, but the people doing it are mean and love putting fireworks around your house. That's awful. Mayo tears up almost instantly from how she imagined it. While she's being moved by the sheer power of his words and Hera is trying to cheer her up, he takes out a piece of paper from his pocket, rips a part of it, and writes some things down. Then, he hands the paper to her. Hey, I got you a nice little present. My name's Kinniku, and here's my room and phone number, if you ever want to talk. He smiles pretty hard, as he does this. See, Big Breast Chan, I already got a third friend. I'm so proud of you, Mayo Chan. He takes off into the alleyway, and the girls head off to class, still wondering where Kata went. And then, all of a sudden, during home economics, Kata, came back, Cossack dancing her way to her seat. She has done it. Whatever was troubling her, to the girls, was all gone. She probably doesn't even care that she's late by a minute. Then she smashes her hands on the desk and says, the great Kata-chan is back, and better than ever, and loaded with antics. But first, she then looks towards the female teacher. Get me some tardiness homework. I will not take any less for this situation. Ha. Okay, Miss Suzuki. The teacher scratches her head on why on earth the class clown is suddenly so jokingly serious. She gives her the homework, and Kata is plowing through it. Of course, not without a signature laugh every 10 minutes. Hera and Mayo smile to each other. The class resumes as usual, and next thing they know, the entire school day is over, without anything strange happening. But, however, unknown to him, Killjoy was in the midst of trying to phone head office to get some information on anyone suspicious in Seikyo. God damn it, Killjoy, there's literally no one else who's suspicious in that university. No, there is, I'm certain of it. Kinniku told me yesterday that his boss was a green-haired psychopath. Wait, he told you that? Sorry, I must have read the documents a little off. But still, we got no evidence, so it's not like you can freely go after her legally. We are just an illegal Japan division that never gets caught, because we are way too good at our job. Do you really think we need evidence? We can't just go and traumatize random citizens just because we got a lead from. Good fucking grief, boss, will you get off my ass and let me do my job? Fine. If Homeland Security comes in and starts shooting you again, you'll have to defuse it yourself. And considering last time, they are not going to listen to you as much. Don't worry, it's not going to be like the Aomori incident this time. Killjoy out. He hangs up the call, not really get anything from his boss. Looks like he's going to have to do it himself, and without head office covering him, he's going to have to go walking through a school looking at all the clubs that could possibly house who he's looking for. And he's going to be flirted with. That utterly disgusted him, but he has no other choice. First, the cooking club. He came in and everyone happened to be really nice and understanding. Only a total of 2 flirt attempts. Then the chemistry club. He had to run out of there, because the amount of flirting and sex jokes were too much. A massive water fountain break was taken. But then he ended up in the theater club, rehearsing another French stage play, translating to the Lost Garden, and felt strangely soothed. Well, he never liked stage plays. Would rather punch things and eat octo burgers. But something about this one in particular, it touched him. On a level he couldn't quite understand. Once they finished, the whole club came to greet him. Oh, hello there. By any chance do you have a green-haired woman here? Well, no. You see, the genetic pool for someone to have that color of hair is really low, sadly. Odd, I never knew that. Thanks for the info. However, as he's about to stand up, a dark blue-haired girl with red eyes comes out of backstage, seemingly giving a very interested stare, and makes her way to sit next to him. Welcome to my club. I can tell when the audience is happy at a performance, and you certainly felt that way. In fact, we don't get visitors from outside the students' families. She says, as she wipes her chin with a cloth. Biggest mistake anyone could really think to make, don't you agree? Well, you know I can't exactly comment on that. The performance you did really was the only one I liked. Can't vouch for you. Wait, it's your favorite stage play already? Interesting. Well, that's enough play talk from me. The rest of you, why don't you keep rehearsing back there? They listen with a lot of respect, continuing, as if nothing happened. Killjoy now sits with the woman, watching the play take place. So, heard you caused quite a commotion in one of the gyms yesterday. Usually that's just a gang turf war once every few weeks, but here's the thing. They take those conflicts outside. Away from people, for obvious reasons. Also to kidnap people. She seems interrogative in nature. Oh. Never really heard of that code before. I guess they really didn't want me knowing that. Killjoy says in response, but she seems a little not really caring. Going to slice the bullshit here. Are you a damn rival gang member trying to take out someone? Shit. Even though the wording isn't at all accurate to his situation, he's doing exactly that. Only, he wasn't going to kill them, just arrest them. Surely a lie wouldn't hurt, would it? No. I'm not a part of any gangs. Interesting. Well, I'd love to talk to you some more, but you're probably going off to investigate another club. He goes to leave, but as he is about to exit the door, don't bother looking in the sewing and knitting club. They're off for today. Ironic, because I would have wanted to talk in a more private spot if they were here. Wait a minute, that theater club president is really weird. Certainly not a good person from the other talks they had, but, well, he's not sure if she's part of a rival gang, someone trying to cover the gang he's after, or part of that damn Scandinavian cult. But if what she's saying is some kind of tip, the sewing club has someone important there. He'll come back tomorrow and see if that's the case. He returns to the abandoned classroom, again finding Kinnick guarding the place. Oh hey there. I was just, but then he notices Killjoy's expression and immediately knows why. You talked to Seishi Heiyu, didn't you? She seems friendly and completely supportive to everyone she meets, but what exactly? Whenever me or Nizuki ran across her, she always gave me that damn strange smile. She never does it with anyone else, and I'm sure she felt the same about you. Do you know anything about her? No, not a damn clue. Everything about her personal life is a mystery, other than her date of joining. Good intel reading. Let me finish writing down today's investigation, and I'll follow you out. Wait, you're coming with me today? He shrugs it off, and they both leave the room, making sure no one noticed. But, as they leave the university, they are met with a bunch of gangsters with automatic rifles and green vests. It's immediately clear what they came here for, with the sheer number of them, about 50 of them. Oh shit, I never guessed they'd be this serious with a betrayal. Kinnick says, as he's scared shitless. One of the gang members with a megaphone pulls it out and begins shouting. You damn traitor Kinnick. You haven't done your damn job yet. Kill that son of a bitch next to you or he doesn't negotiate with kids like you. Killjoy suddenly says, as he steps forward, completely fearless. Thinking the man has a death wish, they open fire on Killjoy, surely putting enough holes through his chest and his skull that he won't be able to live any longer. Killjoy's body drops dead on the floor, and Kinnick feels utter despair as to what will happen to him next, or that such a nice investigator threw his life away for a crook he only met a day before. He was freaking out, and to be honest, it was the only reaction he could give. But then he came back. Perfectly fine at that. Not a single hole in him. In fact, he seems even more determined to kick the shit out of these gangsters. Next thing they knew, some of the gangsters were being pummeled by an invisible force many times over, being knocked out respectively. The others attempt to shoot again, but a fierce wind current suddenly cuts off their vests and the triggers on their rifles. Kinnick, not being on the receiving end, sees this and is extremely astonished. He had no idea anyone could even be capable of this. Well, you guys really suck at doing your job. What could I possibly be talking about, you may ask? Killjoy says, as he cracks his knuckles, getting ready for a fist fight. He gives a death stare right after. You forgot to scope out your opponent. Killjoy then hoops the shit out of almost all of the gangsters, with a flurry of punch and kick barrages, invisible and visible alike. Of course, they could still see the blows. He wasn't so fast that his movements evaded eyesight. But then the invisible barrages and kicks stopped, and so did Killjoy.